9 evolutionary contemplations. Do not fear, only believe. Fear paralyzes, destroys, cheats, and deprives. Fear, it has been said, is false evidence appearing real. And then other people say, forget everything and run. And I believe it's face everything and rise. So whatever I'm faced with, um, it's incumbent on me to rise above it. And the hard work is really, I would say, is rising above it mentally. Rising above it mentally. When I'm being paralyzed or I'm being tested, or I'll say the devil is in my ear saying, sort of making fun of me, it's incumbent on me to shift my thinking, shift my thinking, and be very careful about where I put my attention. And really, it should be placed on things that are above, not things that are on this earth. A person who does not believe in God does not change that he is God. Listen with the commitment to learn, incorporate, obtain, absorb, apply. There is a difference between listening and waiting for someone's mouth to stop moving. Luciano, you just mentioned this very brilliantly. It's about listening to, it's a commitment to learn, incorporate, obtain, absorb, and apply. It's not about hearing, it's about doing. Don't be a hearer of the word, be a doer of the word. Recognizing that you have an opportunity does not help you to capture it. We might have opportunities before us. We might be working with buyers. We might be working with sellers. We might have 100,000 people in the database, and the list goes on in a physical way. It doesn't mean anything until we capture it. It doesn't mean anything until we capture it and we do something with it. Treating everyone fairly does not mean everyone should be treated the same. So, as an example, the Holy Bible says we should love everyone. It doesn't say that you should like everyone. So, you can't like everyone the same. I don't think that's possible. I don't even think you can love everyone the same. But at the same time, not but, and at the same time, it's important to, when I'm maybe being treated differently, it's important to understand that that's not a lack of respect. It's not a lack of love. It's not a lack of any of that. It's what has to happen in the moment for us to rise. So, and when you have more than one child, by the way, you might understand that in a very deep and meaningful way, because you can't treat your children the same way, because they're not the same people. You can't love them in the same way. You love them equally, but you love them differently. At least I'll speak for myself. I love my children equally, but I do love them differently. I don't love Daniel the same way I love Isabella, and I don't love Isabella the same way I love Daniel. But if we were on a mountain and there was 2 lives that I had to save, there's no question which lives they would be. I would jump, no questions asked, quickly. If you seek special outcomes, you must be comfortable with discomfort. Put yourself in discomfort, or your life will be met with comfort. I have to be willing to be comfortable with discomfort. And I have to put myself in uncomfortable situations if I really want to rise above where I am. And that involves risk. But only when I risk going too far, will I find out truly how far I can go. The meaning of life is the search for meaning in it. Do not trust skinny chefs or unhealthy doctors. If there's a doctor and he's 300 pounds, it's not a good doctor. If there's a doctor and they don't display what they are saying to you, then that's not a good doctor. At least in my mind, it's not. The reason why having a son is easier, this is for you, Luciano. I thought of you when I said this. The reason why having a son is easier than having a daughter is because you then only have to be concerned about one penis.
Ask her how many times they used to say that.
So.
What if your daughter's gay?
Pardon me?
What if your daughter's gay?
If your daughter is gay? That's another conversation in and of itself.
Your son's really separate well.
Good.